Yeah, so I started in 2020. Um, gosh, like 8, 9 years ago, I started trying to get a little bit more involved in the veteran community because I kind of realized I needed to be connected to the veteran community for my mental health, and um, so I started. I've got in touch with the Honor Flight taking vets to DC, and slowly got involved with that, and that's been an amazing experience. But obviously, you can't take a bunch of vets to DC during the global pandemic when they're in their 80s and 90s. So those flights didn't happen for a couple years. So I'd already had this idea for a podcast, and when that shut everything else down, I was like, okay, well, I'll just do this podcast. Being in real estate, driving around all the time, I'd listen to podcasts all the time. So I was like, I'll just produce one. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll just figure it out. Grab a microphone and a camera. you know, you just figure it out and you learn as you go. So my wife actually created the logo. I came up with the name. We just kind of fumbled through it. I did reach out to a guy who went on the honor flight with us, who's local here to Peoria. He was my first guest. I knew like 5 seconds into him telling his story of how a service dog saved his life. I was like, wow, okay, people telling their stories has a one heck of an impact. So then did second episode, third episode. Then in 2021, I was like, okay, I'm going to do one every other week because I was still in college, use my GI Bill to get my degree. And then in 2022, once I was done with that, I was like, every week I'm going to do one, and it's just I've been consistent with it ever since. And so I've done 90 as of this week, 91 episodes I've released, and every
Nice.
episode is designed to the way I look at it to educate or inspire veterans, military members, or their spouses, whatever. I look at it like the whole family to educate or inspire them to better their lives in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's a resource I'm highlighting or just a story or something else that they can take a little nugget from it and be like, I can implement that in my life and better my life in some way, shape, or form.